Wonderful to see all of you here today. How's everybody doing today? Good to have you. So, the one power that all of you have right now is you have freedom. The greatest manifesting power, the greatest manifesting secret is you have to remember this. You have the power to change who you want to become. You can go into different character roles at any time. That's the greatest power you have. Actually, that's the only power you really need to create your manifestation. My friends, my high vibrational beings, my chosen ones, you have to remember how the world works. First of all, you exist in multiple states of existence and different realities as we speak. There is a version of you right now that has everything that you could ever dream to accomplish, is experiencing everything you ever dreamed to accomplish, and it's all about the atom. Atoms are core components and ingredients in every single thing. Atoms become split, they become duplicates, they become infinite. They form other human beings, they form other consciousness, they form other identical versions of yourself. They form you living an experience in different realms of dimensions or different frequencies. So you can get into a character role anytime you desire, my friends. Why are you playing the victim character role? Why are you playing the broke character role? Why are you playing the lack character role? Why are you playing the worried character role? Why are you playing the less self-confident, the down character role? Why are you playing those roles? The reason why you're playing those roles because no one told you that you have the freedom to really change your character. You can change who you are in any single moment right now. Your cells are changing. You are not the same person. Do you realize that? Every few months you have new organs, new bones, new tissues. Your cells are dividing in every single moment. You are not that version. So why are you stuck in a version that you don't like? Well, maybe two reasons you're stuck. The first reason is lack of knowledge. You don't understand, you don't know. The second reason is ignorance. You may know, but you don't quite believe it. Or you may hear of it, but you don't put it to the test. You have to switch to the character that you want to play and experience. Imagine this. Imagine that you can switch to that version of yourself that have all the things that you can desire, all the knowledge of whatever you want. That version exists. You see how this stuff works? So the question then really becomes, or the question is, well, how do I get acclimated and how do I get into that character role that I am? That how can I switch from this lack person, this person that doesn't see life going her own way, and get into that character that sees life going in his or her own way? And the answer to do that, guys, you have to understand the simple concept of time. You see, the world and manifestation is all about possibilities. If you can open up yourself to possibilities, you're going to open yourself to new realities. That's simply how it works. When you open a possibility, a new layer of reality opens up. So here's how it works. If you want to get into that character or that self that have everything, all right, what you want to get into the self that manifested the lottery? Okay. You want to get into that self that's making six figures? Okay. You want to get into that self that's healthy, fit, looks good? Okay. You want to get into that self that has high confidence, high self-value? You want to get into that self that's healthy and successful? You want to get into that self? Okay, I'll show you how to get into that self, because that self exists right now as we speak. In order for you to get into that self, here's how it works. You have to understand that the past and the future don't exist. Understand that everything exists simultaneously. That's it. If you understand that, you can tap into yourself, because what you're doing now, you're opening your brain to the possibility that all those versions are in the moment, which they are. And if your brain has the possibility and your subconscious says, okay, everything is in the moment, then you open up the energy channels to tap in to those selves. You are going to transfer your energy and get their information to you right here and now. And it's like downloading. You plug into a Wi-Fi and connect to their speed, and you're going to retrieve all the information from that self into this self that you can use now. Remember, they are all here in the moment. Everything exists simultaneously. In quantum mechanics, it shows us that there is no past, there is no future, there is only the now. It's from different perspectives, different perceptions. Our brain likes to use linear. Our minds operate with linear. Our ego developed this concept of linearity. Develop a concept, but it's not what the true nature is. The fact of the matter is that you have everything that you need or desire in this moment available to you right now to accomplish and do whatever you want to do. All you have to do is change the self. We change clothes every day. We do this. You can do that right now. You can just do that right now. All right. So if you see that, okay, all my possible versions are in this present moment, and once I tap into it, how does that work? How is that version from their world going to interact with my world? Well, their world is separated from your physical world on invisible frequencies that you can't get there. You can't go to that world because that world is not compatible with your world. The atoms vibrate a little differently than their atoms in their world. Everything oscillates a little different. So the frequencies are off. So that's why you can't interact physically. But you don't need to interact physically because you're already here physically. All you need to do is get their information, get the knowledge, get the secret of how they became successful, how they became wealthy, you get the concept of yourself. And one thing that dimensions and frequencies cannot stop is the flow of information and energy. Energy permeates all domains, all dimensions, all realities. Your electromagnetic consciousness, brain waves, oscillation, whatever you want to call it, it's in the field. It is intercepting, interacting with everything right now. So all you have to do is download it into your being. And that's what it's all about. Once you download that information from that self, from your future, what you call a future self, that successful self of yours, once you download that information, it gets transferred to your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind takes that information, passes it on to your feelings, your emotions. Then your conscious picks up the feelings and emotions and say, oh, we're acting different. We're feeling different. We're thinking different. We're manifesting different. We're experiencing different. That's exactly what happens when you get into that field. So, again, I repeat it because many of you just joined here. The secret and the biggest gift and the biggest thing you have, always remember, go write this down. You have the freedom and power to choose in any moment what type of self or person you'd like to become. Everybody has that. The only reason you are experiencing or playing a role of lack or what you don't want is because you are unaware that you can do this. You're unaware that you have that power to shift and change your consciousness. I've got to remind you of something, guys, that this is an avatar. What's really who you are, you have no place or location in space or time. What you are is infinite. You cannot place a physical object on what you are. I notice I never said who you are because you're not a who, you're mainly a what. You're playing a who here as a being, as a human being. But what you are is everywhere all at once. You cannot separate that. And it's using your brain as the receiver. So why don't you go ahead and use your brain to receive your future self's things? Now, so you understand the concept that the past and the time and how it works and that everything is simultaneous and you're all connected with your infinite beings or versions of yourself. So what's the next step to make it come into play? Okay, The next step now to make it come into play now is imagination, is feeling, is expectation, is spoken language, is targeting the subconscious, influencing the subconscious, making the subconscious conscious, making the conscious align with the subconscious, focusing on what you want, focusing on things that make you feel good, imagining the life you desire, repeat it over and over. That's how you connect and experience that future self. Now look, do you think this is a bunch of science fiction? Because before, you used to see this on this, whatever, the television, the internet, and this is the science fiction. When someone tells you that, hey man, you can become anything, any version you want right now because infinite version exists, your brain is going to spasm. It's going to say, what the heck, this doesn't make sense, this is impossible. I'm not talking about impossible. I'm talking about what science says. I'm talking about what research says. I'm talking about what facts are showing in results in experiments in labs. I'm showing what the equations, the mathematical equations are saying about reality. I don't care what your mind is telling you. That's irrelevant because your mind is a liar. Your mind is limited. So you have to comprehend and understand that this is the new world. This is how it is. This is how it works. This is what it's about now. You know, imagine 100 years ago, the Wright brothers, right? They did the flight. Now, imagine that 100 years ago, someone would say, that's impossible. You can't fly. Now imagine you bring a 747, an A360 into the 17th century and it's flying. How would people look? They'd be boggled. Their mind would be, yeah, our own mind is a hater. So this is what it's like today. So when I'm telling you, when your other teachers are telling you that you can change the self, that you exist in multiple realities, that this is a hologram, this is a simulation, this is a video game similar to that, it is truth, it is facts, it is what science is showing now. We're on the brink of that, and it's just going to get more and more factual, attainable, and it's practically a done deal. So this is the time for you to take advantage and use the faculties of your consciousness to bring into reality the life you want to exist. Now, a key component in doing that, guys, is to remember, what is it that you want? Simple. Go ask yourself, what do I want in my life? And then when the answer comes to you, whatever it is that you want, hold it. Focus on it. Imagine it without desperation. Imagine it like it's fun, like it's happening, like it's a game. Don't put seriousness to it. Don't put super expectation, like it's gotta happen this way. Just see it, expect it, and let it go like that. That's when reality shifts and you become your best version. Every single one of you have genius written all over you. Every single one of you is already stupendously, abundantly wealthy, healthy, and successful. It's there in this moment. You just have to plug into it. You have the tools to do it. You didn't come here. No one stranded you here to do this. You can put it in. But again, the biggest reason people don't have it is the lack of the knowledge, the lack of the understanding. It's just, that's all it is. It's just lack of information spread out to you guys. That's the only thing stopping you. And you know, if you're watching this, this is your confirmation. This is showing you that, yeah, this guy may be right. This is true. This is how it works. Of course, this is how it works. It's how physics work. So I remind you again that you have to get into that version like a role. Right now, you can do this right now. There's no system. There's no, you can just turn it on right now. You can switch characters right now. Today you can get up and say, this is the last day I'm going to be in a state of lack. This is the last day I'm going to be depressed. This is the last day I'm going to feel not confident. This is the last day. You can do that right now. All you have to do is just tell your brain, this is the last day I'm going to do this. This is what I like to do. Let me imagine. Let me feel what I like to feel. And then you are tapping into that version that exists. And if you do that key now repeatedly, because you have to keep that flow going at a certain constant. If you do that repeatedly, then it absorbs into the subconscious. The reason why you need to do things repeatedly to get results is because your subconscious mind has a protective mechanism. The subconscious mind likes to hold on to what it knows. It doesn't like change. So you have to kind of force it to open up. It doesn't take information instantly. It has a protective mechanism, and that's why you have to be repeated to it. Repeated is you keep doing the same thing, it's going to keep noticing the same pattern, and then it's going to say, oh, you're telling me that you want me to change. That's why you do things repeatedly. If you ever want to know, well, why do I have to do it repeatedly? Why can't I do it one time? Because it's how your subconscious mind is made up and programmed for your existence. See how that works, guys? So that's something empowering that I want to leave you guys with today, to know that the power is within you. If you want to know more, you'll get this book where I jumped into my parallel self and won the lottery. Here it is. It's the infinite self that I won the lottery with. See? So you can do it too. I brought it here and I won it. And you can do anything with that. And this is the cheat code to mastering the game of life. Get these both available on Amazon. These are the paperback version. If you want to jump start to the next level, then you can get enrolled in my mentoring program, my one-on-one mentoring program, where I work with you one-on-one to help you to achieve your goals and change your life so you can see the best version of yourself. All that will be in the pinned comments, so you can go and get that. But look, to leave you with this is, I have to remind you, here's a concept that will change your life profoundly. Every day, when you wake up or whatever you're doing, just always say to yourself, remind yourself, I am a character playing a role. I can choose to play whatever character I desire. Just like in the Hollywood and movies, your favorite stars, they play character roles. Once they finish their character role, they go back to who they want to be. But it's just as real. Your subconscious sees it. It's the same thing in real life. You can play character roles. Adopt the character role that will serve your purpose. Adopt the abundant, the healthy, the successful, the peaceful, the happy, the joyous. Adapt those character roles. And those character roles will become your reality roles. And they'll become the new you. And you can consistently change and change. Alright? So thank you guys, and I'll see you again.